So one thing I'm working on these days, here's a page you probably didn't expect at Halloween time. I purchased this off of eBay and got it from one of the booksellers that sells on eBay. There's a lot of them, you know, same ones that sell on Mercari and every other second hand sale site. It was brand new. I recently decided I had no henna carls at the beginning of the year, and then so many of you gave me so many great gifts, and I got several henna carls from you folks, and I fell in love with her. I had no idea I was going to love her so much. So I only have a couple I'm missing, so I'm going on to resale sites and finding them, and this was one that I found for $7. And I was looking through it, and as I do when I look through a new book, I immediately want to color in it, and I actually fell in love with this one. I didn't think this one would be my favorite because it's very steampunk, and I'm not steampunkish, but I love it. And I don't know what it is about it, but I just love this book. So yeah, how did I get it? $10. I got it for $10. $10.19. on eBay, and it was Bellwether Books. Now, I haven't always had good luck with Bellwether Books, but they're good about refunds when they goof up. So I was a little hesitant to order it from them, but it's, as I said, it's like new. So this is the double page spread I'm doing. Yeah, I just has nothing to do with Halloween. I have buddies to be doing, but and then look, I started another one. I am just loving this book. Okay, so this is Inktense, which my Inktense pencils, which I haven't gotten out for a while, and I'm now using in a lot of things because I remembered how awesome they are. They're absolutely awesome. So that's Inktense as well. They just have some really beautiful colors. So this is Inktense, and then this is a Languo acrylic gel acrylic marker. As y'all know, these aren't my favorite, but this is the Colorful Black series, and they're completely different. And these were a gift, and it was a recent gift. So I'm wondering, I'm still thinking the set I have, it's an original older set. I'm wondering if they changed the formula because it is a lot better now. Now you can see there is some streaking. I'm contemplating leaving it, because I kind of didn't want the background sky to be perfect, so I haven't decided whether I'm going to go over with a second coat or not. But this Colorful Black is the pack that this is called, and it's all these really dark colors. It's colors that have some black added to them, and they're fantastic. There's a green and a purple and a gray and a brown, and I love them to pieces, so I'll always try to keep these around. So what I've been doing here, and I was doing it, and I thought, I should show you how I'm doing this. I have my notes here on this page. These are Tim Holtz Distress crayons. I love these. They're kind of discontinued because they're no longer. Is it the crayons they're no longer making? Yeah, they're not really putting much money back into this particular. They've moved on and they're doing other lines, so I'm trying to get them. They are they can be like $16 for a pack of 6, which is ridiculous. I try to get them used or on sale sites. I look for them, and I get them a pack at a time, and there is like 15 or 16 packs. I think I have 7 of these, and I got off eBay. This one was a pastel kind of one that I had never seen before. And these were colors that I don't have, and their colors match the Distress ink. So like I'm using on this page Scattered Straw, and if you ever used Distress ink, I'll get the glare out of your eyes. If you use Distress ink, you know that Scattered Straw is a color in Distress ink, as is Tattered Rose. So just like in his watercolor what does he call them? The watercolor pencils, when they're really those pigment sticks. It's the same thing. It's different colors that he curated. I think in this line every color has a crayon, but in the watercolor pencil line, he just curated a full complete set. But these go on like a gelato. I think in quality, they would be just under a gelato, but over a King Art gel stick. And what I'm doing here, really honestly, I probably should have grabbed a different color to contrast better, but I just wanted to play with these new ones. And I learned my lesson rubbing it that way because it was rubbing the ink tents, which I don't know why it shouldn't. Maybe it was rubbing the pencil I put on top. No, I haven't put any pencil on top. I don't know why. These are water soluble. And so I could use water, and I tried it down here, but I wasn't liking what was happening with it. And plus, it's just as easy to do this with these because these are super soft. Like a King Art gel stick, they're very soft and creamy. They're creamier than a King Art gel stick. So you can just sort of rub them together. Gamsol would be a good thing to use too instead of water, so you don't have to put water on your page. Gamsol breaks down and melts oil-based stuff, and it would do well with this, I would think, because it melts crayons, and this is like a crayon. This is like a really waxy crayon. I absolutely love these. These are one of my favorite mediums I own because look how fast they go on. And then I decided to take another one out of this pack. This one is Tattered Rose, and just add some different colors, so it's not just all one color. Just kind of make it rosier in some areas, give it some interest. Now those stars I'm going to go over with probably the only thing that'll go over this gel stick, which is probably a super golden marker. Those will work. I decided I didn't want to fuss with going around them. That was too much. I'm spending a lot of time on these birds since they're all pencil. So the last thing I want to do is spend a lot of time on the clouds. So this is one way I keep my interest in a page and don't give up on it, is I make some of it just super fast and easy because I'm going to add more yellow. This is where I tried to do it with water and I didn't like that at all. I can bring you in a little bit closer so you can see this. I didn't want to also make the clouds a big thing. I thought about it. I thought about doing the clouds and really special with some effects in them. And no. Clouds are clouds. Clouds aren't what everybody's looking at. They're the background for these gorgeous birds. So, and you can put, I can let this kind of set and dry and put another layer on, which is kind of what I'm doing actually. Now, I am not a fan of getting my fingers dirty, but with these waxy, really slippery mediums, I haven't really found a blending brush I like using with them. The paper stumps don't work well. They take the color off with it. And then I have a silicone one. That might work. But again, it's easy to strip the color off the page when you use a tool. And I've just found my finger works pretty well. I just have to wash them often because I don't like the feel of it. And then I'm going to put some Tattered Rose in. See how easy this is? Now I could have like made it even more interesting and left some space to put some kind of paper space to put in a light yellow. I probably still could put a light yellow over the dark yellow if I wanted to like make some of these spots stand out more, but I'm not sure how effective it would be now that I've got the dark yellow down. Just putting a light over a dark is always tricky. I'm just basically putting this here and there, and you're seeing it in real time. This isn't sped up at all. It's just me and you coloring in the cabin together. I'm so glad you're here. But like I say, I have to trick myself because I get bored of pages, or more often I get distracted with something else that comes along, another shiny, beautiful page I want to work on. And this is how I've gotten so many whips lately. So I have so many beautiful books that I get distracted, and then I don't finish the pages I say I'm going to finish, which is what happened here. I got distracted with this new book, and when I have 2 or 3 pages that I need to finish before the end of the month. Plus filming I need to do. I guess I'm technically filming now. But this is what I really wanted to do, and I never want this hobby to feel like it's a job, which it never has. So I never want it to feel that way. So when something calls to me, I do it. And if it means that I don't finish a buddy, my buddies understand, as do I. I always understand if a buddy doesn't get finished. Whenever one of my buddies doesn't finish their page by the end of the month, they apologize so much. And I'm like, I don't care. It'll get done when it gets done. I won't be able to show it in my completed pages, but maybe I'll show it at a later date when you finish it. And maybe I'm not done either. Someone this month said they couldn't finish theirs, and that was kind of a relief because I was worried about finishing mine. So don't ever be frightened to say you're running behind, and don't make it. And even if you're not running behind, but you're just kind of stressed out, don't push it. Coloring is supposed to be your escape, right? I kind of like that. I'm not sure it needs anything more. Maybe some more red up in here. And I'm doing something I don't normally do. I don't normally do double page spreads one page at a time. I usually do all one element, but I'm taking this back and forth to work, and I don't have every single medium at work. I can only take one medium at a time. Actually, that doesn't justify why I did this at all, but oh yeah, it does, because I finished these yesterday at work. I did this yesterday at work, and then while I'm home, I want to use the mediums that are home that I don't have at work, which is these gel crayons and my acrylics I don't have at work. So I'm doing that now so that when I go back to work tomorrow, I'll work on these birds. That worked out pretty well, don't you think? Now their heads aren't done because I haven't quite figured out if I want to do the heads differently or the same as the rest of their body. So, but I do kind of like that. I may find an even darker pinky orangey red, like Fireside, or I think Barn Door would be too red, but or Campfire. My Lumberjack Plaid is pretty red. To make just a few little spots here and there. I also might wait and just put the stars in. Putting the stars in might be enough. And maybe I'm planning on making the stars gold, which isn't very imaginative, but I think it's going to go well with these golden birds I'm making. So that's how I use these distress crayons. Not that. Again, if you ever want to find them, they are on Amazon. Some of the sets are on Amazon. Sometimes they're on sale. So I'll put them in my cart and see if they go on sale, and get them that way. I never buy full price because I think full price is too much for these. So I scour Mercari and eBay all the time. I have saved searches for Tim Holtz gel crayons. And when they pop up, I check to see if I have that set and if I can offer a lower price even. So that's how I've gotten these sets. All right. That's enough of that. I got more to show you. So while I was working on something else, look who came up to say hi. That's acrylic paint that's on my fingers. This is Jet, my indoor chicken. He is going through his hormonal phase. All roosters start off cute and cuddly when you're playing with them, and then their hormones set in and they become more aggressive and kind of defensive. They're ready to take on some females, and everybody's a danger. Well, I always work a rooster through that, and so this is how far we've gotten. He is now coming up for attention, and I pet his wattle and his comb. The wattle that I'm petting right now and his comb are considered external organs, so they're very sensitive. And so you just touch them very softly and look at his eyes. He's really enjoying that. And then when he backs up, I stop. And then when he comes back for more, I reach in. But when he backs up, I stop. And here, he'll beg for more. He kind of lightly pecks my fingers and wants more, and so I'll come up and pet him again. Yes, he's been indoors since he was a baby. He goes outside to play. So he should be tame, but he's a rooster. And he's in that phase where he feels like he's got to get some females and got to protect his females, which don't exist, and that everybody's a danger. Here I am just waiting to see if he wants more. And yep, he comes back and lightly pecks me again. And so I play with him. I give him what he wants. So that's where Jet is right now. Isn't he adorable? I just love the little goofball. Okay, so I wanted to show you something that I am doing. I got this book not too long ago. This is an Illumination Presents Despicable Me 3, which I love all the Despicable Me's. I'm not sure I've seen that one because it looks like they go to Hawaii. So I guess I haven't seen it. I thought I had, but I don't remember them being in Hawaii. But I do remember that guy, that villain. So maybe I have seen it. I've just forgotten. I remember the guy is like straight out of the 80s. This is by Inside Editions, and Inside Editions does a lot of these sorts of are they like fan favorites? I mean, they're official. So yeah, they're official coloring books. And I got this one off of eBay for $1. It was $1. And shipping was $5.59 or $4.59. So the whole thing was $5.59. And it was uncolored. I think this was printed in... I love Despicable Me, and this book is really fun. Yeah, it seems to be approved by Universal Studios and a whole bunch of stuff. I don't see the date. Yeah, it's originally $15. And it's a lot of fun. The paper in these is pretty good. In these Inside Editions, it's pretty good. It can handle water and various things. It is double-sided. But it's got a lot of really fun stuff. It's got all the characters. This is one of those that has a lot of wallpaper. And for me, the reason I wanted to show this to you is just recently, Shell's Coloring Journey, she did a video where she showed comfortable, like cute and cozy coloring that's like mindless, easy coloring that aren't the cute and cozy books. So other books, just regular books that have really relaxing coloring. And this is one for me. I have quite a few different books like this where I just pick up when I need just a real easy coloring. And I love this. I used to not like wallpaper coloring when I was a newer colorist because I just wanted to color scenes. I was still learning. And now I use these sorts of things as my easy coloring when I need a break. So, and this is actually, I don't know how I would color these. These are tiny. They're also super repetitive. So this would be a page that I would like to actually use to alter, do something, or sacrifice if I want to do the other sides in alcohol markers, which I wouldn't. But there's lots of room for creativity, and then you can just straight color. I want to do this one so bad. I don't remember the pigs. I just don't think I've seen this movie. So here's what I'm doing. And because I needed things to dry, I popped over to this one. So I'm doing both at the same time. And I am just using a lot of Language gel pens, some sparkle pens, and then acrylic markers for the background. And this one I'm going to make radiate in. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use in the background yet. So I just put black around the edges. But I wanted to show you, for backgrounds, I usually use pens I'm trying to get rid of. These particular acrylic markers are terrible. And the nibs don't hold up. They're not opaque at all. They're just not good. I don't think anybody uses these anymore because they've switched to Language. But I do use them for backgrounds because it's going to eat up my pen, and that's just fine by me. And backgrounds I can go over and over while I'm doing it to make it more opaque, so I don't really care that much. You'll see some of these starry flower things I've finished and some I haven't. but I just felt like moving on to the background. And that's what these pages are for me. They're no thinking pages. Whatever I feel like coloring, I do. I do kind of think about the color choice. And I realized just tonight, I started this page last month. I realized just tonight, working on it, that they're kind of Christmassy colors. I didn't mean to do that. But this green is making it turn out kind of look Christmassy. So, yeah, so maybe this, hopefully it'll be done by Christmas, but it goes pretty fast. And I tell you, there are days when this is all the kind of coloring that I want to do. I just don't have the brain power to do anything else. For me, the cute and cozy coloring books require more thought because I'm trying to experiment with them to do all those cool techniques. If I were just straight coloring them, and they might be relaxing, but I actually really concentrate in those. This one, there's nothing. This is just coloring in lines, right? So I can watch your YouTube videos, and I can get interrupted with laundry or that my dinner's ready or whatever. And I can just let my brain zone out. When I discovered that about these wallpaper pages, they became some of my favorite pages. And I do have favorite books. Jungle Book is my favorite wallpaper page book to just be mindless. This one, though, is a close second. This is a fun book. It's cute, and there's a lot of fun pages that you can apply special effects to, or you can, just do this. Now, tonight I was feeling kind of tired and headachy, so I didn't even feel like picking out colors for the flowers. I'm just doing this. And this is mindless and fun. Be fun to listen to an audiobook and do this. Can you hear Jack snoring? He's been snoring all night. Sleepy boy. He played hard at Grandma's yesterday while I was at work. When I picked him up, he was pooped. Anyway, so that's the sort of thing I do when I feel like relaxing. And this sort of a book works for that. It'd be good to take somewhere if you're like taking your kid to an appointment. You're going to be sitting in a waiting room or something. You could just work on the background. Take one pen in your book. If you want to work on the whole page, you could just put your colors that you've chosen. It's kind of like a color by number that way, and put them in a little baggie and take them with you. But this book is super fun. This one, I don't know if it's supposed to be Christmas. Those are flower lays and Chinese lanterns. But I was thinking about making that into Christmas. What is bleeding through? Oh, the black. Yep. Actually, there's quite a bit of bleed through on this page. Is there bleed through on this one? No. So what am I using here that's different? Those aren't Lango gel pens. Whatever acrylic I'm using on that side is bleeding through. Okay. Good to know. I'll figure it out. Again, fun stuff. Now, this one isn't as interesting. The backgrounds and stuff aren't as interesting to me as the Tsum Tsum book that I have. I love that one. This one, the backgrounds are a little bit plainer, and I'd have to probably fill them in. If you met my family, you'd understand. And I would definitely not do every one of these, but there's some in here that I would definitely do. That's cute. That is really cute. So funny. This one I love. I've got it marked because in the back they've got some examples, and they've got some images from the movie, and that. Look at them. They're so cute. They're such a cute couple. I want to do this treatment to this page. I want to do that. And it's like black and neon blue and gray, and that's all it is. So I want to make it look all techie like that. And then there's another page where I want to do this treatment to it. Make it look kind of retro. So there are references in the back in case you've forgotten what the Minions look like or any of the kids. But these are images from the movie. I just do not remember this. I love her. She's so funny. Look at that. Oh, but I do remember him. Definitely remember him as the bad guy. I would like to play around with this kind of neon on his pages. He's playing the guitar. They were so cool in the 80s. If you had a guitar, you were cool. Yeah, because I remember his brother. They get in all kinds of trouble together. That gold car. Aren't these pages great? These are really helping me. Ah, look at that. See, I want to do that too. One with pink, white, and black. These actual pages aren't in there to color, but I want to use these as inspirations for a couple pages in there. Yeah, I remember them being in jail. He's strung up by his underwear. Yeah, so I want to do that to this page. I want to make it that black, gray, and white one. There's little piggies in there because it's all like a tech panel. This one I think would be fun to do. I would try to do it that neon style maybe. But this one, I don't remember that little guy. Gosh, I guess I need to watch this movie again, don't I? But him, he's so awesome. He might be my favorite villain. He's such a dork. Him and his guitar. Oh, it's so good. What's the one where they're in San Francisco and the Minions, those couple of Minions learn some like Chinese style of using the energy and they train under that woman. I really liked that one. That would be really good. This is cool. I thought this one was fun. You could make it look really trippy. This is another one that I would like to play with the color palette. I probably wouldn't do anything with that. I have this one marked. This is just the same Minion riding the same rocket for, boom, boom, boom. But I thought it would be really fun to do it in a limited palette, either all over or do sort of a rainbow thing or an every other. Play with color on this one, definitely. I thought that it would be mindless and fun. I have no idea what to do with that. Or this one. See, that's the part I don't remember is the Hawaiians and the pigs. I don't remember Hawaii and the pigs. These are funny. These are really good taking selfies. You know what'd be fun is to like get actual pictures off the web of the Minions and just glue them in there. I love his coconut bra. And I marked this one. I thought this one was really cute. And this guy. If I did one side, I'd be doing the other at the same time because this is going to take mediums that are wet. I love this dog thing. And she's the only one that can really just tame it. This girl, she's never impressed. Oh, they're just so cute. Playing with the bananas. Follow me. Follow Mel. Go dark. Probably has something to do with the movie. I don't remember it. It's cute, huh? And this one is kind of cool too. I would want to do something fun with this. And then the pictures that I showed you. So yeah, it's a fun book. I have a lot of Inside Editions books on various cartoon movies and such. I just think they're a lot of fun. But so I wanted to show you one way that I unwind is I take crazy pages like this and a pen and just do this and watch your YouTube videos usually. I watch your YouTube videos when I'm coloring even intricate, hard things too. I mean, I've always got something going on in the background. If it's quiet, both Jack and the chicken wake up and are concerned. But yeah, I just do that. But this is when my brain feels like toast, and having a brain condition, sometimes it really seriously just can't put thoughts together. So this is what I do on days like that. Or if I know that I'm going to be interrupted at any minute, but I just want to sneak some coloring in, this is a good thing because you could easily stop coloring and go back to it because you're not in the middle of something intricate. I have the pen sitting out. If I, for some reason, had to put the pen away, I would put a note in the book on what I was using. Or what I do with color by numbers is I have these little plastic zip-up bags, like pen bags that you would give to your kid to go to school with. And I put my color choices in there for the color by numbers, and then I just keep it with it. Thing about that is those pens are then kind of out of use for anything else until you're done with that project. So I that kind of makes me work on my project faster, because inevitably I'll want to use one of those pens for something else and I won't be able to find it. So this one, I'm going to finish the background. I got to figure out what I'm doing for these flowers that were left. If I'm going to I've been thinking about putting more red in, or maybe just a slightly different shade of red. I don't want to add blue or anything like that. I want to keep it in the red, greens, and yellows and oranges. And then color the tiki guys, and that'll be done. But there's no timeline for this. This isn't a buddy. This one, I'm going to fade the colors in. I'm using something different on this because this is bleeding, and I think I have a big bin of miscellaneous acrylic markers that have come in sets, or I've had forever, or just a mishmash of ones that aren't very good. They're all kind of if I used them up, I wouldn't replace them side. And I'm drawing from that, and there must be a brand in there that bleeds through. They're all acrylic markers. There's no water-based markers in there, but something that bleeds through. Some of them might be the acrylograph, the Archer and Olive acrylograph, but those don't bleed. No, I don't know. That's where this lives. This lives in that bin. All my Arctics are in there, the ones I have left. Yeah, so that's what I also do on my evenings in the cabin when I'm feeling like I just need to relax. So if you're looking for something that you just need to like turn the brain off and color, almost every book has a wallpaper page. Just grab some colors and start coloring. Okay, I've got something else I think I want to show you tonight. I have another book I want to show you. And I know I've got long sleeves, I've had short sleeves, I've had a nail, I've had no nail. My nail popped off after I got out of the bath, and I just put it back on. So I filmed a little bit of this without the nail, and I got cold, so I put a sweatshirt on. But I just got this. So I don't have a lot of these because they're expensive. But I do have a couple of Looney Tunes ones, a couple of Mickey Mouse ones, and then Toon 10. And I don't have any with the double pages. I've been wanting Toon 11 for quite a long time now, and I still plan on getting that at some point. I also like the Smurfs one. I thought it would be too much blue, but those of you who got the Smurfs ones say you really like it. And I like the ones with bright colors. Some of them have really muted colors, and I don't care for that. Jet. Oh, Jet's picking on Jack right now. Jack's hiding behind a chair. But I look on secondhand sites, and eBay had this not any cheaper than it was it on Lyrica. It was $29. And, you know, Lyrica is probably even slightly cheaper than that. It's in the 20s or something for us in America. And, but it was brand new, and it was way to get a really new one. And so I did it. I thought, well, I could order off Lyrica for about the same price, so why don't I just get it? And I really wanted this one because I saw, was it Coloring Biker Mama who got this? Someone got this recently and flipped through it, and it was so many bright pages. Now, I'm not big on the princesses. They're my least favorite characters in all of the Disney movies. I like the villains. I like the sidekicks. I like, you know, but the princesses are kind of like blah for me. They seem all the same. But this is such a bright and beautiful book. And that's really all I care about in these, is I like the colors. So I thought I'd show you this is fairly new, and this is Jeremy. I don't know if he pronounces it in French, Jeremy or Jeremy. Mariez. Not exactly sure how he pronounces his first name. But he's my favorite artist. There's 100 pages in it, and I don't mind if it's only 50, because that's 100's a lot. I would like it to be cheaper if it's only 50. And like they all do now is they have sorry, I have something in my throat. They have the coloring tracker back here. Some of it have here, but I've seen some of you guys flip these and go, oh no, it doesn't have the tracker. Oh no, there's no tracker. And I'm like, no, you just showed it. So if you don't think there's a tracker, look again, because pretty much all of them have these now. And it is really slick though, so I guess you'd have to use maybe a Sharpie or something to mark it. Oh my gosh. Really, Jack? Really? You never play with that toy. Ever, ever, ever. And the chicken's chasing you around the house. Why? Why is there so much noise in my little cabin when it's been quiet all night? Okay. Anyway, so yes. So let's look at the solutions. I really love these bright, colorful pages. I just wanted to show you that I got this one because it's my first one with double page spreads. And I have to tell you, this new book has a ton of double pages. Some of the first books that had double pages just have a few. This one has a lot. A lot. And look at how beautiful these colors are. They're just, I don't even know who all the princesses are, but I think I know most of them. But some of them I haven't seen their movies. But the colors, I mean, that's a double page spread. And look at those colors. These are all double page spreads, the ones that are bigger. So you can see there's a ton of them. That one of Pocahontas is beautiful, isn't it? Luckily, it says underneath it, it is. This is Raya and the Last Dragon. I've never seen that one. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that not cute? Rapunzel. That's a single page. But look at this double page. Ooh, that Ariel one is going to be so much fun. Oh, I really I love these color by number books. They're so much fun. And they're very restful. That Jasmine one is beautiful. Oh, look, old school here. Snow White. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at this double page of Merida. That'll be fun to do that hair. I thought this one was really pretty. They're just so beautiful. Hi, Chet. Look at this double pager. Is that fun? And all the little sparklies. The Jasmine pages are really pretty. Look at this one of Moana and Pua. That one will be fun to do. Mulan and Mushu. Look at this one. Oh, it's from Tangled. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Snuggly Duckling Inn. That's cute. A lot of greens and browns in that one. You always need greens and browns in these things. Oh, look at that one of her. That's her mom, right? Her and her mom. Wow, that is really neat. There's quite a bit of her. There's Cinderella. Aren't they beautiful? They really are pretty. And of course, I'll use even brighter colors to brighten them up a bit. I know I'm bumping the camera here, but they've got them all cattywampus in here. Ariel's got a couple of double page spreads. Oh, look at this one of Pocahontas. And Snow White. Oh, I love the Snow White ones. And Sleeping Beauty. A lot of Raya and the Last Dragon. I don't even know when that came out. Look at this gorgeous one. Wow. There's a lot to color in that. Especially the background. Did you take that toy upstairs and leave it, Jack? So the chicken can't get it from you? Okay, I think this is the one I'm doing right now. Let's look at the one I'm working on. Nope. Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. This is the one I'm doing, this double page. I thought about doing this one with the 3 princesses, and then I decided on this one because I love the background and I love the pattern on her dress. So that's what I'm doing here. Not sure I picked the right gel pen for her face, but I'm using Languo gel pens and Thule Art for some of these big places. It's Thule Arts. And then for the small places, Languo gel. But look at the colors. It does 1 through 9, and then there's a 0. It does the entire alphabet, and then it does symbols. There's so many colors, and some of them are very close. Like Y and F are basically the same colors. W and M are so close. M and, let's see. I mean, they are real. Some of these are really close. Probably could use the same color, but that's a lot of colors. But I'm having fun. It's a lot of colors for there being this much yellow. I mean, look at all that yellow. That's a lot of yellow. So where are all these other colors? They must all be in the little stuff back in here. I'm looking forward to just starting on the little stuff. I could just switch over. Now, I don't do the black outlines first. Some people do them first. I tried that once. Problem is then when I go in with the color, I make mistakes and I go into the black. So then I just have to do the black again to make it look nice and crisp. And then I'm doing twice the amount of work. So I do the color first, and then I do the black last, but I'll sometimes do black around areas that I've colored like this because I was getting bored of yellow. And I happened to have just found a black pen, and I'm like, will this work? And then I got excited and just kept doing, because the black lining is my favorite part, doing the outlines. And I think that a lot of us feel that way. We love that mindless outlining. It's my favorite part. So I did outline a little bit in here, but I'll probably end up having to go over it when I color in it, because I don't stay in the lines very well. The black, and I like the books with the lines. I don't care for I don't want as much the books without the lines. I think the lines make it look really crisp and clear and makes my sloppy coloring look a lot neater. So that's that one. Oh, Old School Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. I love that they've got it all mixed up with older princesses and newer princesses. Oh, look at this one. Oh, is that not sweet? That's sweet. Oh, look at this one of, that's Tiana, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Lots of greens. That's beautiful. You guys get along. I was just gazing at this night sky. Isn't that pretty? That is really pretty. So many neat ones in here. The bears. Oh, that one of Tiana. Gosh, all of hers are just so nice. I love this iconic Snow White. Look at that. And look, see how many double pages there are? I mean, there's more double. I wonder if there's as many double pages as single pages. There's so many in this book. So if you like double pages and you like bright colors, yeah, I don't care that they're all princesses. I don't really care what the subject is. If it's bright colors and double pages, I'm in it to win it. You know, I don't even remember. I haven't seen some of these movies and don't remember others. But I do like, oh, the three fairies with Cinderella. Oh, Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. Just some, oh, look at this one with the horses. Oh, this castle one would be really intricate. Yeah. So some of them are really intricate and some of them aren't. Like this is not as many colors. And either is this big swatches of colors. Which I prefer the detailed ones. I prefer the really detailed ones. That's why I like Fantastiques, because it's every single page is detailed and it's bright colors. Oh, this one, is that the cover? Yeah, that's the cover. That one's going to be fun. I need to watch that movie. I've never seen it. So yeah, that is, I think there's more. These are the last ones. Oh, who is that? Moana and Simia. Look at this though. She's singing to the animals. So isn't this a lovely book? This one is Princesses Volume 2. So if you're interested, if you like lots of colors, bright colors, and you're looking for those double pages, because not very many of them have the double pages. Only the very recents and not all of the very recents. So fun, fun, fun. All right, you know what? I think I'm about ready to either get down to some coloring or go to bed early, which would be probably, it's a choice I never take. But we need to play our game. We need to do Ghost Town, so let's get out Ghost Town. Hi there. So to round off this coloring in the cabin, we need to color our next Ghost Town. So if we remember on our first Ghost Town, and several of you have got this book and you're coloring along with me, and I love it. This was the Hallows Hot Take, where we met Ambrose, and he's lost his green thumb, and we're very concerned about what he's got growing in that yellow pot. The seeds came from Gloria, who is the least trustworthy resident. So we have met Ambrose. Ambrose is over the glasses here. That's who we're talking about now. He seems to be the main character right now. And the one we can't trust is Gloria, is the one with the hat there. There's Gloria. So we've met those two characters. So that's all we know here. And in this page, I used some paints and some, it looks like some gel sticks, some water soluble gel sticks. And now we're on this one. And I thought I filmed all of this for you and I had forgotten to press start. So I'm going to tell you now what I was using. I'm trying something out that I've had for years and years. These came in one of my, it came in a kit. I didn't order these. But these are the Jane Davenport inks. Now these are ink. And I have a fuchsia, I have a blue, I have a gray, a green, and a red. And I swatched them all here. This is the gray. It comes out like a brown. And the red and the green and the fuchsia and the blue are gorgeous. Now this sparkle one, I put on top of the brown there. And that is a Spectrum Noir. It's like their Wink of Stella, but it's called Sterling Silver. And it comes out brown for some reason. I mean, that's not sterling silver. I don't know, maybe mine has gone bad, but it's very sparkly. But it comes out brown and it bleeds through. So I have never been able to use it. So maybe it has just gone bad and that's why it's brown, but it still sparkles a lot. But I've never been able to find a use for it because it bleeds through everything. Now these ghost, but don't bleed through. So they are ghosting a bit on this paper. And ink will. Ink, yeah, they're ghosting quite a bit. And ink does ghost. I mean, you have to be careful with ink. It's not paint, it's not pigment, it's just downright ink. So, but these are basically single-sided, and I wanted to do this easy. And this, I did the roof with that gray-brown color. I did the bricks with red, and I started doing the grass with green. And this took me like 10 minutes maybe. It was so fast. So I'm going to show you right now with the green. Let's do the green over here. How these work. Now they come with a yellow ring right here, which is you have to take off. That's a lot of people will squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until they explode their pen. But there's a yellow ring right here that you have to take off, and that's just to keep it from leaking during transit. All right, let's scoot you in. We're gonna do this piece, and look how fast this is. This is so fast. And the weird thing is I don't even have to be that careful because it dries without streaking. Look at that. Is that not amazing? I'm not being careful at all. Just so long as it works like an alcohol marker. You gotta, put wet on wet. You can't let one section dry and then go back in. You will have streaking then. But if you use it like an alcohol marker, you don't let it dry. See, I let that part dry, so I don't know if that will streak or not. And just work quickly. It's lovely. And it's transparent, so I can just go over everything, which I did. When I did these bricks, I just went over them with the red with everything, and same with the roof. So I'm going to finish out the grass. I think I'm trying to find easy ways to do the big parts. I'll probably do, I'll just find some easy ways to finish the big parts, and then we can work on the interior of the house together. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I just am deciding to use some acrylic pens. This is an acrylograph from Archer and Olive. I don't recommend them. They clog very easy. They stop working commonly. I just have them because they came in some of my quarterly subscription boxes. So yeah, don't spend your money on these. But they are, if you can get them to work, they're beautiful colors. And so I use them for things like this, just to use them. So going to put some, I was trying to decide on what his walls would be like. And I thought, he's kind of a sketchy character, Ambrose is, and kind of angry. It would be funny if he had moved into a house that had some colorful walls and he just hasn't bothered to repaint them or anything, just sort of an opposite to what he is. And here I'm looking at that present. It's weird that there's a present in the hallway. It's weird that his clothes are still in the dry cleaners. And what's really weird is I think there's a gun stock in that umbrella stand. I think that's a rifle. But yes, clothes are hanging there still straight from the cleaners. And then I came up here and I have used that same ink that I used on the roof for the walls of this bathroom. And now I'm just doing some bubbles over the top of that ink. So I've watched, we're going to be doing a bubble tutorial together. And so I haven't really learned how to do this, but I've seen people and they take a few different colors and just sort of put them in the bubble. But we're going to do a tutorial together soon so I can get better at it and know, how do you put the colors in the bubble. But here I'm using another finicky acrylograph that I'm having problems with and just coloring in this strange mannequin, which is right by the bed. I don't understand that either. And adding some pink to the bubbles, to the blue bubbles. Yes. And then I'll go in later with some white, and I think it's sort of how people do bubbles with the alcohol markers, but that's our next tutorial that we're going to have. And so this is just ghost town. There's a lot of things to look at. We can not look too closely at my bubbles. And I'm trying to see what else might be pink while I've got that pen working. Now these NEU top acrylic pens, I really like. They're cheap. They're, just sort of one of those white label brands, but I think they're pretty good. I got them before I knew about Grabby and Artix and before Guangna, and I really like them. These are old and they seem to last forever. They work better than my acrylographs. And they're much, much cheaper. So I added this kind of fluorescent green yellow. Yeah, it's not really right, but okay. And then I'm trying to find where else I can put this. It's a pretty bright color, so I don't want to use it too much. I don't think I saw anything else anywhere else where I could use this bright of a green. And now where I'm gonna try the Languo. I had a very hard time getting this pen to work. I was trying and trying. It's okay. It used to be my favorite until Panda Fly, but these have a smaller nib than my Panda Flies do, so I really wanted to get in there with details. So I was trying to use the Languo so that I could just get in there and go around the bubbles. But it was getting to be really difficult and messy because I was having to go back over places because it was skipping. It just wasn't behaving well for me. I get frustrated here in a minute and I switch back to the Panda Fly because I feel like I'm constantly cleaning this one and it's just not working right. It looks better in high speed than it really felt at real time. It was very frustrating. It was taking me forever just to do these white marks. I got so frustrated with it. Yep, it's gone. Now we're switching to the Panda Fly. Look at that. Now it's trying to go over acrylic, so it's struggling a little bit, but not near what the Languo was. And I get nice white, bright, look at those dots. Nice bright white. So I'm looking, where else do I need white? Nowhere else yet. So these are Tex acrylic markers that I really don't like because they're super transparent. I try to use them up and they work great for something like this where it just kind of gives a painterly look. I don't need anything. I don't have any lines I need to cover up, so they work great for this. So I'm adding some more color to the house. What color are you coloring this house? I saw a red one and I really liked it. I think I've changed. I think when I colored the outside, I made it red, but this is the inside of the house, so like it's been sliced in half. So what are you coloring the inside? I figured this brown would just warm it up a little bit, but I just don't think Ambrose is a warm guy. He's a weirdo. Like, there's a coffin right there in his attic with lit candles. And the mannequin by the side of the bed. The bath is drawn, which is kind of nice, but look at this. Envelopes stuffed into a crawl space, like letters, and lots of them. I mean, these are kind of inaccessible crawl spaces, and he's got tons of letters stuffed in there. Does he know they're there? I don't know. These questions all need to be answered. And then I think there's a gun in his umbrella stand, which, living where I live, that's not uncommon and wouldn't think much of it. But I don't know where Ambrose lives, if that's normal to have a gun just right there. Okay, so I just went ahead on my own time, since I was just using acrylic markers, and just went ahead and straight colored this. It's just acrylic markers, so there wasn't anything fancy to see. But I just continued and just colored it all in, and that's my page. I think it's cute. you know, I will probably go over this ladder with a black pen, and the black pens I love. I know I've shown you guys before, but it's these Languo, and I bought a bunch of them off of Temu, and oh, I gotta show you how amazing these are. I mean, they are so black. Look, no priming whatsoever, and look at how black they are. I mean, look at the difference. Is that not cool? This is so therapeutic. You might hear Jet in the background. He heard me talking, and so now he's waking up to come see what's going on. He came up to me. He woke up from a dead sleep, got off his perch, came over and wanted to be held. So I stopped and held him for a while. Look how black this ink is. You guys have to get these. It's they're a 1 millimeter nib, and they're rollerball. Hey, Jack. And they're the Color Gel Pen Plus, the P600 series. And they're just, you can get just packs of black, which I have. That's what I did. I bought like several packs of them. And then I don't feel bad using them. And I use them in my Disney Hatchette Heroes color by numbers. And I just use them up because they are super cheap. Well, if you get them on Temu. Amazon Languo is much more expensive there. You really should go to one of these Chinese sites and get them, because Amazon marks them up so they can make some money off of them. But a packet of these is only like $3.50. So I wanted to go through this page and see if we could figure out any anything we need to figure out. So we know he's searching for his favorite tie. Well, I don't know about you, but I found it. I found it here. It's in his little tool room. I made it bright yellow so I could find it again. I don't know what the drawn bubble bath is, but that's kind of fun, but there's nobody in it. He has a coffin in his attic with candles lit. That kind of worries me a bit. His bedroom seems pretty normal. It's got these books in this little alcove, but there's also a rope. So I think we need to keep an eye on the rope. And in his fireplace, he has bones. What the heck are all those bones doing in his fireplace? He's just sitting there sad for some reason. See, there's the rope. And there's the tie. And then hidden in the walls of the house are all these letters. Okay, so, and then the other fishy thing I saw, besides there being a camera in the living room, and what looks like a spotlight, is this thing here. And I colored it really dark, but that's the stock of a gun. That's a rifle. So the weird things I found was there's a lot. There's also a present here for some reason, and clothes that just came back from the cleaner. So there's a lot in this page. We do have a locked trunk. We do have over here, all of these tools are sharp. There's a lot of sharp tools in there, but that's where his tie is. Yeah, so there's some stuff here. So he is mad at Callum and wants him to disappear because it's his rival for Beth. So maybe that's what he's thinking about, how to make Callum disappear. But he's got a lot of sketchy stuff going on. Like the rope, all these hidden letters, their freaking coffin, a gun, all these sharp implements, and bones in the fireplace. So what are the things we're supposed to answer? Who is missing? Who stole the cat? Who took the axe? And who owns the hat? Those are the questions we have to answer in this. And we haven't yet gotten there. We've just started. But Ambrose is a bit sketchy, I have to say. All right, I hope you had fun coloring this. I've seen some of your finished colorings and they were just fantastic. So much fun. I'm glad you guys are having a good time with this. She has several books and she's a lovely lady. And I'm really excited about going through this one. I don't even want to peek though. I don't want to peek, but there is another one coming. So in the next Coloring in the Cabin, we'll go through the next page. And hopefully the story is going to start coming together. All right. You have a great evening. Thank you for coming by and spending some time with me and Jack and Jet. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.